Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about FreightWaves versus ATA. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased on owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about the ATA and FreightWaves. Maybe a few more things will be thrown in there as well. There's a bit of back and forth, and considering that I just did a video heavily based on FreightWaves, and this thing came up, couldn't sleep at night, and I saw the article, and then I saw the rebuttal from ATA. I couldn't leave it alone. I'll leave all the links in the description box below if you have the interest. It's quite interesting. You'll learn a few things and, read both sides. And, I won't go into too much detail today. I may do a video that's more in depth, covering actually some of the things that are being discussed, in further detail in these articles. But for now, let's get going with this video. So, someone at ATA is basically butting heads with FreightWaves Craig Fuller. Now, I say someone because the way that the website's built with ATA, the American Trucking Associations, they don't list the author's name or anything like that. It's just kind of like, here's a blog post by someone. Okay, so a little odd. I do like the way that FreightWaves does show who their editorial staff is. Now, FreightWaves basically says the whole argument about this is about the driver shortage in the trucking industry, right? There's an ongoing issue. We've reported on this for years and years and years of lots of different videos, and there is no shortage of videos about the driver shortage in the trucking industry. So what's happening is that FreightWaves, we won't refer to people, just FreightWaves says that driver shortage is basically a myth. The driver shortage is a myth. And what they're basically saying is that, what everyone's telling you about the shortages, all these things, is not really true. And they present some statistics, and ATA does the same thing. Now, ATA says that it couldn't be further from the truth. So they're really butting heads. And like I said, you got to read the article. It's quite interesting. And then FreightWaves basically says that the market is self-correcting. There are shortages, things do happen, but the market tends to correct. Open market society, open markets, things are self-correcting. So, and they're saying that there are no barriers to entry in the industry, that anybody can open a trucking company. Now here I do disagree. There are low barriers to entry, but certainly no barriers to entry is pushing it a little bit in my humble opinion. Now, they're also saying that operating authorities for motor carriers of property grew by 45% between July of 2019 and August of 2023. Now, we did mention quite a bit of that in some of the previous videos. I'll leave a little card in the corner. You can take a look at that information. And also, I want to direct you guys to another video that we recently shot. It didn't get as many views as I wish it had, which is, can still be changed if you guys, like and share the video amongst yourself on social media, Facebook, whatnot. And the reason I ask you guys about this, and I'll continue to refer to this video, I think, moving forward, because I really do consider it to be a staple on our channel. It was recently recorded, but it was really info-packed. For those who have watched the video, it was very well received, and I really think you'll benefit from it. I'll leave a card in the corner for that video as well. Now, so there are some, and this information is not just coming from FreightWaves, it's actually coming from the FMCSA. They took their data. So this is not like sonar data or their indicators. They took the information from the FMCSA, and they're saying that the industry, the operating, authorities, MCs of motor carriers of property grew by 45% between July of 2019 and August 2023, which is a huge number. And they're basically saying that the majority of that growth was actually, small companies. So the future of the industry is in the small owner operator, small carrier with 1 to 6 trucks. And, I do have some gripes with the other side of the argument as well, but we'll leave that to another video. Basically, truckload demand was only up by 11% during that same period between July 2019 and, as we mentioned, August of 2023 this year. only 11%, but it drove 45% growth of new MC authorities. So basically, what the FreightWaves stance is that we have too many trucks and too little freight. So we can kind of put it that way. He's saying that the truck driver shortage is a myth, a complete myth. Now, switching gears to ATA, the American trucking associations say that there are several reasons why it's not a myth and it's a real thing. Basically, the aging workforce, barriers to entry for younger workers, underrepresentation of women in the industry, and finally, lifestyle preferences precluding many job seekers from considering long-haul trucking. Now, I think you and I can agree on some of these things, and maybe we'd have something to say about some of the others. And that's for you guys to discuss in the comment section below. But I want to make sure you guys know that I'm in no way, shape, or form affiliated with FreightWaves, ATA, or OOIDA. Now, I also want to make sure you guys understand that everyone's got their own agenda. Whether good or bad, everyone's got something to sell you, right? We all know that. We're all grown-ups. Now, FreightWaves, their whole thing is they're a price reporting agency. They want to gather data. They want to be able to sell data. They want to sell subscriptions to Sonar. They have a whole bunch of different businesses that they're developing. Very, very impressive. But they are a price reporting agency. There are costs associated with some of the products that they and services that they offer. And that's the end of it. Now, ATA is an advocacy group for mid to large organizations. I don't care what they write in their article. I was just on their website recently. They refer to basically representing mid-sized to large companies. That's the bottom line. Yes, in the article, they talk about how 0 to 25 truck companies consist of 35% or something like that of their database. But I bet you that if we lower that number to 1 to 6 or from 0 to 6, that number will be minuscule because the ATA really does represent the larger trucking companies. So they're an advocacy group for larger firms in the trucking industry. On the other side, you have OOIDA. They're also an advocacy group, but just like a contrast for anywhere else in life, they are working with protecting or advocating for small owner operators. That's why so many owner operators join OOIDA, which is an independent owner operator advocacy group. So what I say is, look for results in the partners that you choose to work with, because results always speak for themselves, no matter what the market is, what the time. If the market goes down and your guys are getting you better rates, if the market goes down, everyone's sitting and you're getting loads. If the market goes down and you continue to operate, those are results you can look forward to. Those are results you can appreciate. Everything else is just lip service. So anyway, guys, I'd love to hear from you. In the comment section below, especially if you had a chance to read those articles. I highly recommend first reading the FreightWaves one, because the ATA one is a rebuttal, is a response to it. And I think once you read those two articles, if you choose to do so, this will make a whole lot more sense. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm going to switch over to camera. We're going to look over the loads we book for our customers, and I'll talk to you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. This week we have vans, reefers, and a flatbed doing very, very well. We're going to start off with the flatbed coming out of Meridian, Mississippi, going to Long, Colorado. 46,000 pound load of shingles, 1,343 miles booked at 45.50, got them $3.35 a mile. Then Phillipsburg, Kansas, going to Fort Worth, Texas with a 48,000 pound load of shingles, 562 miles booked at $1,400, got them $2.49 a mile. Then Farmers Branch, Texas to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma with a 46,000 pound load of stone slabs, 192 miles booked at $6.50, got him $3.39 per mile. Driver on this one was John, did a great job, $65.50 in gross, Wednesday to Wednesday, 2,097 loaded miles, running at an average of $3.12 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. Next, we got ourselves a reefer. It's a reefer unit. Mike's driving it, Milwaukee, Oregon to Sheraton, Iowa. It's a 42,000 pound load of frozen fruit at -10 on a reefer. 1,804 miles booked at $3,900. Got him $2.16 a mile, coming out to a great market. Then at a Mount Pleasant, Iowa, going to Bloomington, Indiana, another great market. 40,000 pound load of fresh food, 28 to 41 on a reefer. 381 miles booked at $1,300. Got him $3.41 a mile. Excellent job. Then out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, going to Elk City, Oklahoma. It's a 42,000 pound load of frozen beef. -10 on a reefer, 982 miles, booked at $21.50, got him $2.19 a mile, coming out to a great market. Now, what I like here is combination of very good gross, excellent work, $232 per loaded mile on 3,167 miles gets you a gross of $7,350 in a reefer solo, doing a fantastic job. Again, Mike's the driver on this one. Excellent job. Next we got, let's take a look here. Next we got ourselves a dry van coming out of Medina, Ohio, going to Portland, Tennessee. It's a 22,000 pound light load of dry goods, 462 miles, booked at 1,030, got him $223 a mile. Then right out of Portland, Tennessee to El Dorado, Arkansas with a 20,000 pound load of fixtures and shelving, 499 miles, booked at $1,100, got him $220 a mile. Then Monroe, Louisiana to St. Louis, Missouri. It's 11,000 pounds of paper packaging material. It's let's see here, 521 miles, booked at $1,150, got him $221 a mile. And I finished off out of St. Peters, Missouri, going to Denver, Colorado. Longer run there, 40,000 pounds of dry goods, 820 miles, booked at $24.50, got him $299 a mile. Excellent job, Jacob, because again, it's all about how you play your numbers. He's got a dry van running solo, very tight, 5730 gross, running Thursday to Thursday. 2,302 loaded miles, got them at $249 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. This market is allowing you to make some decent money. Now, next one's really interesting. It's one pick, two dropper coming out of Monroe Township, New Jersey. This is a regular dry van going to Houston, Texas, and another run, final drop in Hyattsville, Maryland. Now, the interesting thing I like here is that it's 11,000 pounds of furniture, and you're going all the way down to Texas, and then coming back up with probably half the freight coming up to Maryland. Now, they booked this one load at $6,300, and that got them $209 per loaded mile, ran 3,016 loaded miles. Now, what I like about this is that it was really good, easy money coming out to a decent market at $209 a mile. Didn't have to break a sweat, didn't have to burn a ton of fuel. That is a great, great job for Eddie, and the driver on this one is Brian. Now let's take a look. What do we got next? Next we have looks like Milagres, surprising with a bit of a different approach than what I'm used to seeing from you. Jurupa Valley, California, going to Jacksonville, Florida. One pick, one drop, 42,000 pound load of almond milk at 30 to 34 degrees on the reefer. Now it's 2,372 loaded miles, booked that one at $5,700, got him $240 a mile on a ton of miles. Now what I really like here, and I think maybe that's why he did it, is they got it done in 4 days. $5,700 in 4 days is really good money. $240 a mile average, ran 2,372 loaded miles. Excellent job, Milagres. Excellent job. Next, we got a dry van coming out of Laredo, Texas, going to Sikeston, Missouri. It's a 40,000 pound load of specialty soda, 992 miles, booked at $2,100, got him $212 a mile. Then right out of Sikeston, Missouri, going to London, Kentucky. It's a 43,000 pound load of dry goods. 359 miles, booked at $950, got him $265 a mile. Then Vanori, Texas, Tennessee, going to Dunn, North Carolina with a 42,000 pound load of dry goods, 412 miles, booked at $1150, got him $279 a mile. And then Benson, North Carolina with one pick, 5 drops, I believe, going to Piedmont, South Carolina, Conyers, Georgia, Grayson, Georgia, Center, Alabama, and a final in Huntsville, Alabama. All that is 40,000 pounds of dry goods, 673 miles in total, $1,770 booked, got him $263 a mile. That was it. Wednesday to Wednesday, $5,970, just $30 short of $6,000. Excellent job, Oscar. Ended up running 2,436 loaded miles, got him on an average of 245 per loaded mile average. And last but not least, we got Aaron, who's running Kansas City, Missouri to Campty, Louisiana with a 43,000 pound load of cardboard boxes, 610 miles, booked at $1,300, got him $213 a mile. Then Hodge, Louisiana, coming out to Spanish Fork, Utah with an 8,000 pound light load of empty containers, couldn't be better, 1,418 miles, booked at $2,900, got him $205 per mile. And then out of Draper, Utah, it's real close, to Aurora, Colorado, 42,000 pound load of dry goods, 553 miles, booked at $1,350, got him $244 a mile to come out of there. Ended up running Friday to Friday, grossed, looks like $5,550 for the week, 2,581 loaded miles, averaged out at $215 per loaded mile average. Excellent job, Aaron. So as you can see, guys, the markets are able to support a successful trucking business. As long as you have everything that you need to be successful, part of that is going to be strong dispatchers. Now, we do offer truck dispatch services for carriers operating under their own MC authorities. We also have a lease-on program for independent owner-operators looking to basically lease on to another outfit. So we offer both. In either case, you work with the same dispatchers that are getting the kind of rates that I just showed you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below, or call or text us at 801-448-6363. You can also get a lot of information on our website at aftdispatch.com. Right at the top, you'll have 2 choices. I'm a carrier, I'm an owner-operator. Pick the one that's right for you. Fill out the box. We'll get in touch with you. We'll speak over the phone and make sure this is a good fit for everyone involved. In any case, until next week, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.